It's time for Top That Trade ahead of the holiday. Two of our favorite wild turkeys are here. Alan Uckman, a trading pro and chief market strategist at bullseyeoption.com, and Phil Flynn, a Fox Business Network news contributor. Round number one in our trader game, numbers game. The S&P hit 2-month highs, printing 4,000 this week. What downside and upside digits are key to you?
Well, as a trader, it's all about keeping an eye on levels above and levels below to see how the market reacts. It's not how it acts, it's how it reacts. So that 4,000 was a big deal because we had traded between 3,600 and 3,800 for a number of weeks. That targeted 4,000 and a breakout. 4,150 is the halfway point of this overall move from 4,800 down to 3,500. But I'm keeping an eye on the VIX. If the VIX can dip below 20, that's a very, very positive sign. It's been between 20 and 40 now since 2020, so that's a number of years.
That 4150 is pretty close to the upper Bollinger Band as well. So you see a lot of resistance up in that area. And you'll see this in a lot of markets where we get in kind of a channel where the market's kind of turning around, but it doesn't go straight up. Sometimes you hit these resistance, you pull back, and you kind of swing higher or swing lower. That's what it looks like we're in for this market.
Round number two, gold rush. Gold has rocket rallied 10% from the annual lows just a couple of weeks ago, but there's been some volatility in the market as well. Where do you think we go from here?
You know, it looks like gold finally has found the bottom here, and it's probably getting help from all the drama that we've seen with the failure of that major crypto exchange. Because what we saw is a lot of the money that used to go in gold for safe haven plays and inflation moved to cryptocurrencies. Now, cryptos are very shaky right now. That's giving gold a boost. The other thing you want to keep an eye on gold is normally the U.S. dollar. But what is very interesting here is that the recent strength in gold has gone along with a relatively strong dollar. So if you start to see any dollar weakness, gold could continue this rally and really exceed expectations.
The dollar's already downturned some. It had a high at 115 end of September. We've just gotten down to the 105, 106, 107 levels. So that's a pretty big pullback. But as long as the dollar stops going higher, I think that can be very supportive of gold between 1,600 and 1,800 now for 4 months. A range breakout targets 2,000.
Round number three, zombie life support. Wayfair, one of my favorite places, has been added to an equity research firm's list of stocks at risk of going to zero. Would you give life to a zombie stock?
Well, I will trade anything, anytime, as long as I can get in and get out and I can control my risk. Now, a lot of these stocks, AMC, GME, Snap, Rivian, Hood, are down on their lows and been trading sideways for a number of months. So there could be some catalysts to give them some pop. But what they're concerned about is their cash burn rate, and they can run through their money unless they can raise more. But looking at these stocks, I like the risk reward to the upside. I trade limited risk options, but I think there's always opportunity, and I don't think they're dead just yet.
I think what you want to do is keep an eye on the smart money when it comes to these zombie stocks. Don't follow those internet guys, okay? Look at the smart money. I'm going to tell you a story about another zombie stock. It's called Occidental Petroleum. People were betting that Occidental Petroleum was going to go bankrupt. In fact, it almost was. Not so much. And then, of course, we had Warren Buffett swoop in and buy every share he could get. Now he wants to buy the entire company.
Here's your bonus round question for today. How many calories on average do people eat on Thanksgiving? Is it 2,500, 3,000 calories, or 4,000?
You got to go with the over, 4,000.
Yeah, it's 4,000 or over. But are you talking about an average person or an average amount of calories? There's different things because, you know, I'm a big man.
Good idea to go with your gut on this one, guys. You are both winners, and I did trick you because the answer is actually 4,500. I was trying to make us all feel better. It will take about 5 or so days of walking 5 miles to lose that pound. Thanks so much for being with us, guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Business First AM will be right back with more trades.